Hey, I'll show you how to stovetop roast some coffee. First, you use uh, a gas burner um, connected to a propane tank, some other way of getting a lot of heat outside because a lot of smoke is made. And I use a big frying pan. Uh, I think it's about 18 inches across, cast iron. So turn on the gas. Then heat up your pan uh, till it's quite hot. So I've heated my pan so it's even slightly smoking. I don't know if that shows on the video. And then you take your green beans. I'm using Sumatran, which is my favorite, but any green beans will work. And put in not too much, but enough to cover the bottom of the pan, to cover the bottom of the pan, and then we stir for about 10 minutes, and this will keep the beans from burning on one side and being raw on the other. So you keep stirring. So it works better if you have just like one, your beans are like just one bean thick. Um, It'll just roast more evenly and be a little bit quicker than if you put more beans in. So they start smoking in a couple minutes. Keep stirring. I use a metal wok stirrer, like for stir frying. I've never tried with a wooden spoon, say, but because I thought maybe it would start um, charring and perhaps changing the flavor of the beans. But this is a couple minutes more, and some of the beans are starting to get dark. Keep stirring patiently. Kind of keep the beans in motion so they roast more evenly. So my cast iron frying pan is rather large. Of course, you can use a smaller one and use less beans. Just start with the bean layer being about one bean thick. Could be, you know, more or less. So this is about 5 or 6 minutes into the roast, and it's smoking quite a bit now, crackling. Keep the beans in motion. smoking even more. And if you can see they're pretty much the color I want them to be, or the amount of roast is about the same, about what I want it to be. So I'll turn off the gas and keep stirring, because your panels stay really hot for a few minutes, and it'll keep roasting. It won't be perfectly homogeneous in, where they're all identically roasted, but it's good enough. It's okay if there's a few beans that are not as roasted as you want them to be. I like a dark roast in general. Now, this method works also if you say you're given or accidentally bought a lighter roast and you prefer a dark. Just re-roast them. Re-roast the beans that you are too light for you. Again, I'm fond of the dark roast, so I usually, if I buy a bag of pre-roasted beans that aren't quite dark enough, I'll re-roast them and enjoy them darker. So that's about it. It's pretty easy to do. As you can see, there was plenty of smoke, so unless you have a really efficient venting system in your kitchen, you have to do it outside, really. Okay, happy roasting. See you, kids. Bye for now.